Hello. Okay. So I wanted to talk today about what it takes to create change and stay on track with it, right? This is something that I think we all struggle with, right? And there's some areas of life that we are really good at, that each person's good at, and there's some areas of life that we struggle at, and that is normal. So for me, the healthy eating, living that part, taking time for me, doing my little morning practice is something that is easy now. I had to implement it one time and I had to continue to do it and be disciplined and know why I'm doing it and feel good doing it so that I'd want to keep doing it, right? But there's other areas of life that I'm not so good at, and that is where I get extra coaching and help, right? And this is the thing, especially women for 50 plus or around that age, we were not raised where you could go to coaching groups or women's circles or get help like that. Not at all, right? And so, of course, we're not used to thinking, oh, you mean I can actually get help with this area of my life? But I think most people know what helps you create change and what helps you to stay on track is really, if you can be consistent, right? So is support, guidance. So that is why women will join Weight Watchers or they'll join a gym and want to be with a friend. Like, let's go for a workout. Let's go for our walks. Now, the thing is with that is sometimes it's hard because then you don't go if that person says no and they don't go, right? But what I was just writing out today, because I want to do a 3-month program thing, to help women through the holiday season and going into the new year with really choosing themselves to live a healthier life, which is body, mind, soul, to work on those 3 things because they are crucial. Healthy eating, if you want exercising, really choosing what does health mean to me? What does it look like to me? And how am I going to commit to it, stay on track, and really keep up with it, right? It takes you being in a group. It takes being in a group. That's just what it takes. It takes the accountability, the support, the guidance, and the focus. And so that's what I really decided to do. I'm not happy with my hair. I need to get a proper haircut. Anyways, that's really what I decided to do through this for rest of November, December, and into January, because I know so many women need help with this and how crucial, my dog's going to freak out, how crucial it is that if we try to do this on our own, we don't stick with it. I mean, you know that. We've tried it, right? Like I said, there's areas of my life that I'm constantly in coaching groups with, getting help, because I know that on my own, and it feels good. It feels good to be surrounded by people who are going through kind of the same things. It feels good to get that guidance, support, and accountability. It feels great to know that someone has your back, right? And we our old identities, like who we have been being, is the person who doesn't do it, the person who doesn't stay on track, the person who can't commit, the person who says they're going to and then they don't and then beats himself up, right? So if you can relate to any of that, that is who you have been, that is who you may be now. So when you want to change that, right, like step into a new identity, be a person who eats healthy consistently, be a person who exercises in a way that feels great for their body, is the type of person who, right, can say no to certain things, but yes to other things because I'm so happy and grateful that I'm doing this for me. All of those things, it requires you stepping into that new persona, letting go of the old. Basically, you're replacing it, right? It's like you're still who you are, but you're choosing to act a little differently, to start to believe new things about yourself, to trust yourself, to take different actions, to develop different habits, right? When you're moving towards something that is a change for you, that's different for you, all those things need to be in place. You need to be working on them. How you think about yourself, the awareness of like, oh, I know. When that happens, so when I get stressed, I grab these things. That's what I do. I know I grab the chocolate or I grab the ice cream or I grab a bag of chips and I just can't stop. Yes, you can. But you probably won't be able to stop on your own unless something majorly happens where, like, your doctor says, if you have another bag of chips, you're going to get severely ill, right? You know what I mean? Don't wait until there's some crucial thing where all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm in dire need. I have to change everything in my life now because I'm going to like be sick or end up in a wheelchair, right? You don't want to do that. You want to start now and you want to choose to do it. So for those who, I'm kind of a rebel inside. So if it's like, people are trying to force me to do something a certain way, but it's like, I don't want to do that. I ain't going to do it. No way. Then I won't. And that's why when I work with women in groups and stuff in coaching, it's like, okay, you get to decide. So if you want this change, here are some suggestions. Here are some things. Let's work together. You decide what you're willing to do, what you're willing to change, right? And it's not about changing 10 things at once. It's just like, okay, for this week. And this is a nice thing about being in a group where you have the focus, right? You have the accountability, the support, the guidance through this. So it's like you'll be working like week by week. So it's not overwhelming and you're not changing 500 things at one time. It's like this week we are focusing. Each person's different. They're going to choose, this is my focus for this week. And I'm committing to doing this week. Maybe something every day, right? And the group, I will be doing a live video once a week. We're going to be every week. I mean, there's going to be 4 videos a month. And so one is on healthy eating or healthy living that way, or exercising. The other one is on your mindset, which is extremely important. Like we said, you can have all the tools, you can have all the recipes, you can know what to do, but you don't stick with it. That's why the mindset aspect. Then another week is going to be, my live video will be on the soul, the spirit, your true calling, your fulfillment in life, your joy in life. Maybe a bit of meditation, some stress reduction tools, some breathing and grounding techniques and tools, morning practices, journaling. So we're going to kind of integrate all of those things over the 3 months too. So there's, right, your mind, your body, exercise and food, your mind, the mindset, how you think about things, your beliefs, reframing things, being open to possibilities, changing your perception about something. And then the other one is mind, soul, spirit work, your faith, whatever, building faith in yourself and a higher power, believing what things could be possible for you, and really connecting to you, the inner you. And then another video, then the 4th, then once a month, we're also going to have a Q&A where you get to ask me any questions and I will answer all your questions, whether you're live or not. You give me the questions and then I'll answer them on the video, and you can be live or not live. So that's how this 3-month program is going to work. It's really, the key is consistency. If you are around people and you have that guidance, support, accountability, and you focus weekly, daily, right? Because you're checking in with a group. It's a Facebook group daily. And it doesn't take long. It's just like, I'm checking in. Okay, here's the thought for the day. I'm working on this. Yes, I've done this. Great. It's just a way of you staying committed to you. When things get hard, when you want to fall off, when you don't want to do something, it's like, oh, I'm going to go in the group and say, oh my God, I'm losing it. I want to sabotage. And then I'm there to help and guide you out of that. Right? See, change is made by you just sticking with something and not giving up on yourself. And when we give up on ourselves, that's the only failure. It's only if you give up on yourself. When you go up and you go down and you go around a corner and it's never a straight line to where you want to go, your goal. It's always like this, right? But that's okay because that's life. That's life. And especially women our age, we are still so run by our programming and conditioning that we received when we were young, right? So it's like, it's so hard for some women to put themselves as a priority. It's so hard for some women to say no, like, with loving boundaries, right? You know what? I'm taking this time for me every day, so I will be available after that. Thank you very much. Love you, but this is what's going to happen, right? Just starting to build those types of practices, starting to speak up, use your voice, feel confident in yourself, feel self-assured, knowing you're working towards a healthier, happier, more joyful, even fulfilled life. starting to explore what will bring me joy, what will fulfill me now, what isn't working in my life, what is working in my life, right? Just having an open discussion and a place to look at those things, to look at those types of things. On your own, you're not going to do it. I know. We get sidetracked. There's so many distractions. There's so many distractions in our world right now. So please don't watch the news, but there's so many distractions in our world right now. And what we really need to remember is you be the best you. You are then modeling, showing you're an example of what it's like to really take care of yourself. Other people will pick up on that. They will start to do that. And it's just this ripple effect. When you come from a loving place, from a happy place, from a place of more joy, from feeling more peace within you, that'll spread. And also that energy is going out onto the world, right? Healthy, vibrant, joyful, fulfilled energy. You're bringing that into the world. That is something everybody can do. That's how we're going to create the biggest change, right? It's not by being angry, by feeling like it's too late, by feeling like the world's a shit show. Oh my God, I'm just going to hide myself in a hole and drink a bottle of wine because there's nothing I can do about all these problems in the world. That is not going to solve them, right? The way that we really need to is like each person needs to work on themselves. Each person needs to do the work for themselves. You can still be a loving mother. You can still be a loving spouse, and actually you'll be better. When you feel better inside, when you are healthier, when you take better care of yourself, guaranteed you're going to be better with other people. And they're going to notice that, right? They're going to notice that. So taking care of you is your responsibility. Taking your husband or spouse, whoever, they get to take care of themselves. Your kids, they each get to take care of themselves. I'm talking to women over 50, so usually we don't have young kids. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I love you. I'm here for you, but I also have my time. I have my space. I do things that bring me joy. I do things that contribute to my health and happiness. And you get to too, right? Everybody in your life gets to do that. Because you do that, it doesn't take away from anybody else. And it can feel like you have a lot of responsibilities and you have more things to do in life than time. And that's why it's even more important to start to carve out these little bits of time during your day. And they don't have to be a lot. What's more important is consistency. What's more important, like lots of people say, oh, I started green smoothies. I was feeling really good, but then I just stopped. It's not that they don't have time to have a green smoothie in the morning. It's just that they stopped. That one day, maybe they didn't have time. So they stopped and then they just never got back to it, right? So this is why. And that's why people are on again, off again. That's, and then they beat themselves up and then they go binging for a while and then their mood goes downhill and then they can't seem to bring the mood up because they just rather go home and feel sorry and it's dark and drink some wine and eat some chocolate, things like that. We get caught up in our own downward spirals and we can't get ourselves out. Very rare. So that's really why I want to do this 3-month community program thing or whatever for women. Have a place to go. Have some support, especially through the holiday season. Just simple breathing techniques. It's like reminders. It's like, oh, right. And you'll hear my voice in your head every day, right? Oh, right. Diana said to do this. Okay, I'm going to take my 10 deep breaths, just center myself, ground myself. Connect in, get out of my head, get out of the worry, get out of the fear, get out of the stress, get out of the overwhelm. Just take a few deep breaths. I'll show you how to do some grounding techniques. Just release the shoulders. Just little things like that. And then, if you need recipes, I got a zillion. If you have questions about the food, right, all that, I will have videos for you to watch that are really specific, things like that for those who are like really unsure kind of about the food, but it's not hard. It's not strict food at all. This program that I'm doing, this 3-month thing, is just for you to get help, guidance, accountability. So you're just like, most of the time I'm eating healthy. Most of the time I'm choosing to eat healthy. Christmas comes, oh, I get to have a few of these goodies, get to have a couple of those goodies, but I don't overeat. I don't guilt myself. I don't feel terrible. Then I don't end up binging, right? You just move through it in so much of a smoother way. And you have these little stress reduction things that you're doing each day. So it's helping you keep more level too, right? More level and not getting caught up in all the craziness of the holiday season. And then most of the time you're eating healthy, delicious foods. And then you get to go out and enjoy some of those other things. You get to have family over and cook whatever you want. You get to have those things, right? Because most of the time you're eating healthy. Most of the time you're moving your body, right? So these little consistent habits in a positive direction will give you the biggest results and the biggest change. And you will then be walking into your new identity, embodying that person who does those things now, feeling the positive effects that doing those things consistently help you to feel. That's what this thing is all about. So if you are interested, you're like, that sounds fantastic. I want to know a little more about it. Message me on Messenger. I'll send you a voice memo thing and tell you more about it. Although I'm telling you kind of here. And we're going to start out at a really good price for those who jump in fast, right? And then it'll go up. But that's why people don't like, this is really what's needed to make change in your life. And to stick with it is the guidance, support, accountability, focus, consistency. That's what it takes. Now you can try to do that on your own, but we know that's not so easy. So that's why I love setting up my groups, because it's truly such a wonderful place to be with women who are also going through that and choosing to do it and choosing this for themselves. And then having me there to guide, support you, give you focus, give you the little journal things, the exercises, the recipes, whatever you need to stay consistent with this and to say yes to you. All right. So much love to you. Feel free to message me. I'm here. Even if you just want to call, you're like, maybe you just want some coaching, a couple of coaching sessions, or maybe some one-on-one coaching. I'm here for you. So feel free to reach out. All right. So much love. And share this video if you think anybody else would be interested. All right.